So, for as long as I can remember, I've always been somebody that thinks, well, I have a positive mindset. Glass is always half full. I can always find, the positive in the situations that I've encountered, if not in the moment, certainly, not long thereafter. And, but I must say, the last year and a half has really called me to dig deep, and I thought I would share a little bit about my journey. If it helps anybody else, that's awesome. So, in August 2024, a company that I'd worked with for 9 years went through a large scale retrenchment program, redundancy program. And during that, my role was made redundant. And I'd been there for 9 years, and I felt the other opportunities in the business that were available weren't for me, and I took that retrenchment package. So, almost in a way, and I love work. Like, I really identify with work. I love getting up in the morning, going to work, being productive, the connections you make, the relationships you have. So that was a big sort of identity shift, leaving that job. Not long thereafter, I was driving along a freeway here in KZN, South Africa, and it was a single lane, and a car spun in the evening, and a car spun out of control on the other side and ended up in my lane, and I wrote off my car. And so those were two very large doors that slammed closed in my life. And then, I started, I looked on the job market, and the job market's not great in my part of South Africa, and because it's a smaller, place to live. And so we started looking, my partner and I started looking, what options there were out there. We found, he found a role in Australia and was offered a job in October, and we started the visa process in November 2024. Cut to today, end of February 2026, we're still waiting for that visa. And this is where my journey began, really, in terms of being in the middle journey, being caught in between, what was and what's coming. And I must say, for the most part, my family live all over the world. I've spent